Hello and good evening to you. This is the moment you've been waiting for, and I welcome you to Media Journal's coverage of the December 7 presidential and parliamentary elections here on your Election Command Center across all Media Journal platforms. We promise you nothing but the best of coverage here on your Election Command Center. It is a very, very crucial election ahead of us here. But here on your Election Command Center, everything has been put in place to make sure that you get to know what you need to know, how you need to know it, and exactly when the information comes in, you get it right here on your Election Command Center. On behalf of the rest of the team, I welcome you. My name is Alfred Okansi.
And I am Abna Tabi, and indeed you are welcome to your Election Command Center, where we will be bringing you all that you need to know regarding the elections. And indeed, we got you covered in terms of all the 38,622 polling stations across the 275 constituencies in the country, and indeed across all 16 regions of the country.
And exactly the promise that we give to you is we have eyes, ears, legs across all the regions, in all constituencies, and in all the polling stations as well here on your Election Command Center. We're live from our news hub here at Adesanwe in Kanda on TV3. We're live as well on your TV, 3FM 92.7, Onia 95.1 FM, Connect FM 97.1 in Takoradi and beyond. Also on Akoma FM 87.9 in Kumasi and beyond. On 3news.com. Also on TV3 Ghana on Facebook. Also on DSTV channel 279. Stay with us here on your Election Command Center. But just to give you an idea of what we have in store for you, because this is the moment that you've been waiting for, and we promise you nothing but the best. We're crossing over to the West Wing studios now, and the Ballot 360 is exactly what we're getting into at the moment. That is everything that's been put in place to make sure that you get information that's been authenticated, information that's been validated, information that is true and is credible. Martin Esiedudate is there. We will get you Ballot 360 now as we cross over to the West Wing studios here on your Election Command Center. Martin Esiedudate is standing by with Ballot 360, where we're going to be authenticating every information that comes in here, making sure that we give you information that you can rely on, that's valid, that is credible. Martin Esiedudate is in the West Wing studios now. Martin, take it over.
Election Command Center, we are live, and we here at your West Wing, we are laced and ready for the coverage of one of Ghana's most important elections. What we will be doing here is that we're going to be fact-checking every video, every picture, and every audio that will be circulating on social media. Clearly, you know, in the era of social media, it has played many roles in many an election around the world. But here in Ghana, at this particular desk, Ballot 360, we will fact check every single item on the social media before we give it out to you. And clearly what we also want you to know is that as part of the many interesting facts we'll be bringing to you, did you know that as a result of the 17 million people that registered to vote, 5 regions, if one party wins just 5 regions, they could be the next government. We'll tell you which that party is and which regions these are in the many different analysis we'll be bringing to you on News 360, on Fact Check 360. That is Election 360, Ballot 360 specifically. Etonam, how are you feeling?
I feel awesome, Martin. I mean, we've held 7 general elections since 1992. This will be the 8th one. We've had 4 wins for the NDC, 3 wins for the NPP. Who takes it this time? We need to know, and this is your Election Command. So we are everywhere in all the 38,000 plus polling stations across the country, 275 constituencies in all the 16 regions, and this is your Election Command. So I feel awesome. I feel awesome.
Thank you, thank you. And that is the feeling that is around all of the stations and our men on the ground. On the West Wing, specifically here, we have other departments and other desks. We have Ground Zero, and my colleagues are already there. We're telling you exactly what they'll be doing. Stephen N.T. and Johnny Hughes are the men who will be manning the Ground Zero. Then we'll take you to the regional garrisons, where we'll be fact-checking and giving you the exact numbers as they come in. Then also, we have the social polls. We'll be telling you and keeping an eye on everything on social polls. Before we find out what exactly these various stations will be doing, let me go to Stephen N.T. and Johnny Hughes to tell us what they will be doing on the Ground Zero.
Well, thank you very much, Martin. There's 38,622 polling stations, 275 constituencies, 16 regions, but only one election command center. This is where you need to come for all the fine details in the 2020 election. We've been waiting with bated breath, and this is the election eve. You can't find the superior historical analysis that we'll give you here anywhere else. You can't find the pure detail that we'll give you anywhere else. And guess what? Ground Zero, for anybody who's inclined to any military or, if you like, anything related to that, is that point directly above or below point of explosion of a nuclear weapon, is also that point where it is a starting point or a base for an activity. So we're starting the point from here. And on this particular set, you get the quick fix interviews with the big shots. Will give you everything else that you won't find anywhere else. You will find the top dogs of both political parties from all the 12, the leading two political parties, and also you find the 12 candidates, their representatives, on this very set, giving you the juicy interviews that you never find anywhere else. But Steve, I'm sure you have some juice up there as well.
No, I mean, the simple reality is that we are going to show to the world why we are the best. So at Ground Zero, Martin, we're going to interview those who matter in the scheme of the elections. We're going to get the exclusives from stakeholders, political party representatives, and like Johnny said, this is what sets us apart from all the others, and it's going to be an incredible period of election coverage. All our 7 platforms are expected to be the go-to source for credible election information.
And Martin, in 2016, you and I were here. We did an extraordinary job. On this particular occasion, we're going to double the effect of what we did back in 2016, where we're going to give real-time analysis, and we'll go to our garrisons shortly so that people can get a real sense of what's in our garrisons, how we're collating the numbers quick and fast, how we're doing the projections, how we're able to even put a standard figure on it, and you'll be doing a lot of fact-checking as well. Now, we're going to bring the creme de la creme, because TV3 Media General is known to be the first in news, and when we call the big shots, we get from them. Once it falls directly from their fate, we will get it. Stephen, we'll go to Helen rather. Well, Stephen.
Yeah, I mean, so it's time for us to go to the garrisons, where we're going to show to the world where the data itself will be coming. We have 16 garrisons which represent all 16 regions. Each garrison is manned by a personnel who is trained and has the wherewithal to bring us the top-notch and reliable data that's needed to make the difference. So this is where all of you should be watching.
Absolutely. Let's go now to our colonels. Colonel Roland Walker is there, and also Della Michelle, they're there. They're manning the garrisons. What can you report?
Well, I have to say that it is with bated breath that we all say that we wanted to wait for this moment. Make sure that while we give you all this briefing, you also get to interact with us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, YouTube. We're also available. Go look for the great page we have. Very enthusiastic. The atmosphere is always great there. TV3 Ghana. And we also do have other affiliates. Onya TV, Onya FM, 3FM, Connect FM. And in the Ashanti Regional Capital, we do have Akoma, a new baby. Man, we're talking about our old baby I have here is Della Michelle. And Della, look, I'm enthusiastic. The next 3 days is the base that I want to be. Here is going to be my bedroom.
Of course, absolutely. It's going to be my bedroom too, because at this data center, we are going to give all our viewers the accurate information that they want. Let me borrow what Alfredo Council would love to say. We are going to sacrifice speed for accuracy, because we have, as you can see behind us, all the 16 regions well represented from the Ashanti, which has the highest number of constituencies in the country currently, and to the Ahafo region that has the lowest, with 6 constituencies. We'll be bringing you an update on all of the 275 constituencies right here at the data center.
Yeah, I know it's always important, but let me tell you, sometimes it's always good that you tend to give a good feel to the various segments of the audiences that you serve. And I tell you, we've always done it. We keep you up to speed with the latest. We have a great backdrop, 38,622 polling stations right behind me. 275 constituencies well laid out, and then of course the 16 regions. And where else can you have one great data center? Look, this is what they have. We have for the Upper East region a computer, as well as some great hard disks that is available in that CPU there. We have an application in there. And from the various polling stations we have across the country, for which we have reporters deployed, volunteers, as well as others who have also joined us, trained over the last 3 months to be part of this great coverage, bringing us great results, as well as all sorts of information that we need on polling day. And this will be fed into the back end of the application that we have. Now, this also means that when this is dropped in, the algorithm that is in there makes sure that we tend to have the calculations made. We have the percentages, and you get to know whether the turnout, the results are, and what they are. We have trained these entry clerks, some of them volunteering from some of the best universities we have, journalism schools all across our country, and then making sure that they are accurate in the entry, because while the application will process, we also make sure that we do the validation so that there's always a double check. Okay. Now, I do have Rodalyn here, and Rodalyn has been trained as well. But Rodalyn, what can you tell me about the application?
So for the application, it's divided into sectors. We have a list of the constituencies and the candidates. So the constituencies, we have Ahanta West, Amenfi Central, Efia, Bia, among others, all in the Western region. So we are ready to record the votes that are going to be coming from our reporters who have been deployed, and we are ready to give you credible information here at the Election Command Center.
I told you. Make sure that you keep pace with us on social media. TV3 Ghana is always available. Go look for us, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And while we're streaming, you also make sure that you touch base with us. We have Onua TV, Onua FM. We have other affiliates in the Western region. The capital, we do have Connect FM, Akoma, Ashanti. You know, we're talking about election in Ghana. You can't forget the Ashanti region, and Akoma is there. But look, we do know that while we have 70 million and over people who have registered to take part in this, how they turn out is very important. Indeed, since the year 2000, we've decided to use that as a base of doing that analysis. In the year 2000, we had about 61.7% turnout out of the voter population for the year. We had 85% for the next election in 2004. In 2008, indeed, we had 69.5%. In that 2012 election, we had 80%. And just the last election in 2016, we had 69.3%. That also means that wherever you are, you're watching us, your responsibility to be part of the great coverage of TV3 and the rest of the media general platforms is also to take part in that election tomorrow. Now, back to you.
Welcome to Social Pulse on your Election Command Center. We have eyes and ears on everything that is happening online as Ghanaians gear up to exercise their most important civic duty. Now, we know the impact of social media cannot be ignored in a climate such as this. We're going to be looking at every retweet, every hashtag. We know that opinions can go viral, and at the click of a button, decisions are going to be made. So engage with us across all of our social media platforms just by searching TV3 Ghana. Also engage with us on our hashtag Election Command Center. We're asking you tonight, are you ready for tomorrow's 2020 general elections? If it's breaking online, then Social Pulse definitely has you covered. Again, search for us, TV3 Ghana. Engage with us, Election Command Center. Alfred.
And Ellen Apiampo and the team in the West Wing studios, and you viewers out there. What we've done is to give you a sneak preview, give you an idea of the installations here, and to confirm what we say to you, that we are your election command center. We don't just say it, we mean it, and we prepared for this. This is a crucial election ahead of us, and you are going to stay with us here on your election command center, but for nothing but credible, authentic, validated information in the next 72 hours and more here on your election command center. The coverage starts now.